Hello, hello, Stitchy friends. I am Lisa, and this is my channel, Crossed by Floss. So welcome if you are returning, and if you are brand new, welcome. Happy to have you here. So a couple of things. Wow, yes, it's January 11th, so Happy New Year, Happy 2020. The 11 days has already flown by. It's crazy. I hope that you all had a really wonderful holiday season, and yeah, and that your new year is going well. Mr. G came home Christmas Eve, and so I'm sorry, New Year's Eve. He was not home for Christmas, so he missed Thanksgiving and Christmas. And the funny thing is he says, you know, the 2 times that I cook out of the year, he missed that, and we went out for New Year's. So when he came home. So he was home for a few days, and then he's back out on the road in the snow and the cold, and he's loving life. So yeah, he's just really enjoying himself and seeing all kinds of states, and yeah, so yeah, it was nice to have him home though, because I do miss him. And yeah, you know, he's on the road 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then he comes home for a few days, and just depending. But right now they are super busy and trying to get all of the food and products to the stores. And so yeah, anyway, it was nice to have him home. But he's been gone for the last, he left a couple of days into the 3rd. I think he left on the 3rd. So it's been just a little over a week now. And, but you know, thank goodness for social, you know, not social media, but like FaceTime and, internet and that kind of stuff. Because, you know, back in the day, I guess you just phoned each other and either you missed each other or whatever. But now, you know, there's so many ways to be able to communicate. So that's pretty nice. So that's what we do. Okay, so, and also it's football weekend. Right now, the Vikings and 49ers are playing, and last I saw, like, this is how much I love you guys, because I'm missing football. I've tried to do this video for like a week, and I just haven't had time. So right now the girls are out of the house, and they're expected back soon, so this might be a short video. Anyway, it's football weekend. Vikings and 49ers are playing. Last I saw, it was tied 7-7 in the second. And my fingers are crossed that the Vikings are going to win, because if we play the Vikings, we know we can win against them. Sorry. I love the Vikings, honestly, and I love when they play. But of course, when they play Seattle Seahawks, I of course am rooting for my Hawks, duh. But I'm excited to see the Vikings in the playoffs. I truly do love watching them play. So, and you know, of course, the 49ers are our biggest rivals, and so duh, I'm not rooting for them. So anyways, and tomorrow we are playing Green Bay, and again, I love Green Bay, but you're playing my Hawks, and I'm gonna have to go with my Hawks, duh. And but may the best team win. Like, it's football, it's fun, and you know, I'm a rabid Hawks fan, but you know, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, and if we have to go home, hey, we made the playoffs, and nobody thought we would, so yay us. Okay, so let's get into cross stitch, because that's why you're all here, right? Okay, so the title of this is I'm a Failure, and I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. But I have a finish, so I didn't fail there. That's awesome. So if you follow me on Instagram, same name, crossed_by_floss, which will be down in the description below. I will try to put everything that I talk about in the video in my description below as soon as I can. So, but that information will be in there right away. You can get a hold of me either, you can see my Instagram and follow me there, or, you know, get in touch with me if you'd like, by email. And so that information will be down below. But anyways, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I had a finish and I was really excited about it. So this is my finish. Oh, and I forgot to bring the pattern out, I think. Yeah, I did. I have not ironed this. That's horrible. But this is a heart in hand. Yep, heart in hand. And I think it's called Wee Snowman. And I changed all the colors in here except for the called for white DMC. I think it was 3865, I think is the color that it was. But I changed all the other colors because it just didn't go with my color scheme. And so this was done on 16 count Aida. I don't remember what color, vintage mocha, light mocha. I don't remember. I think I put the details on Instagram, possibly. And then what I did was it had, is it called daisy stitches or something, that his little scarf was supposed to be in green. And I, for the life of me, could not get the little daisy chain or whatever it's called to lie properly to make the loop nice. And it just was not working for me. So I got a little frustrated. And so then I decided to take 3 of the colors in his thing, which was a green, the gold for the stars, and the red in his hearts for his buttons. And I took all 3 of those and I braided it, if you can see that. So I braided his scarf and then gave him some fringe. And so that's what I did because I could not, I made more work for myself, but I think it turned out really cute. And so there's some errors in here. My tension is not fantastic. And I think up in here in his hat, because it's so plain, and it called for 2 colors, a black and then that dark green, but you can't see the dark green unless you see it in real life. And even then it's really hard to see. So I am going to try and find like a little poinsettia, little teeny tiny button or something so that I can put that in there. And I think that that will be cute. And then the other thing that it is missing that the pattern called for was some little snowflake buttons. Tiny little, well, they weren't snowflakes, they were actually stars, and pearly stars. And so I don't have those on there, so it's not really a finish, but it is. I'm calling it a win. I'm calling it a win. So so that's what I finished. And that's all I finished. Okay, so how about whips? I have been cooking along. I haven't had a whole lot of time to stitch, unfortunately, because if you work in the accounting field, you know that January is a really, really bad month for accountants, CPAs, and I work in a CPA firm. And it's just, you know, quarterly returns, 1099s, W-2s, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, everybody wants their year-end reports for tax reasons. And so, so it's been super crazy busy and I haven't had any time to stitch. I'm getting home at like 8 o'clock at night and I'm tired. I'm an old lady. And so I haven't been doing as much as I've wanted. I was really going full blown over Christmas and actually got some things in, and now it's slowed down again. So my heart's in it, but my body's not, or my physical, whatever. Anyways, I have been working on this little Prairie Schooler. Mary Had a Little Lamb. And I love this pattern, you guys. I actually have been working on this quite a bit. So I am darn close to, I mean, okay, no, I'm not darn close. I'm getting there. I'm almost there. So basically I just need to put Mary Had a Little Lamb is what's in here, and then finish the crosses because I only got one way and then I was so tired I fell asleep. And then I need to make Mary, and her sheep is not done. I need to finish the body of the sheep, and what else is on there? And then the date, and then the ABC 1, 2, 3. But I am doing this for Enchanted Stitching. I think it's either Enchanted Stitches or Enchanted Stitching. I get it wrong all the time, and I really should, but it'll be linked below, the correct. But whatever it is, whatever group I'm in, I am using this as one of my challenges or homework or whatever we call it. And so I've been doing that. And then the other whip I've been working on, this is funny. So, you know that I started this freebie stitches 2020 on Instagram, hashtag freebie stitches 2020. And I have a bunch of free patterns that I have found, am doing, kind of posting, and there has been some lovely people who are also posting to freebie stitches, hashtag freebie stitches 2020. And one of the patterns that I found was, it's called A Year of Black Work. It is 52 weeks and it's by Purple, oh goodness sakes, I don't remember. It'll be linked below. That's awful. I'm so sorry. I need to start writing notes. I haven't done that yet. I need to do notes. Anyways, I'm going to show you a portion of the pattern. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. So it's Black Work, A Year of Black Work. And so far she's released two patterns, patterns for the 52 weeks. So every Wednesday morning, she's in Australia. So every Wednesday morning she releases a new week. And so I was all excited and I was like, yeah, I'm totally doing this thing because it's super cute. And I have not done black work ever, but I love the look of it. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I chose, because I had it in my stash, I chose this 22 count hardanger, thinking, oh yeah, Lisa, you can do this. This will be fine. Okay, so this is exactly how big it would be if I did it 1/1. And so I was cooking along, I was doing great, and then I started going down here and my stitches were slipping, or my thread was slipping behind the fabric. And so that wasn't working for me. So then I went 1/2 and it didn't look right. So then I went to a 22 count aida, which apparently is the same thing as 22 hardanger. If that's incorrect, I don't know, but that's what I was told yesterday. And I was having the same problem. So I have now switched it back to 16 count aida. 18 count aida. I'm going to do it on 18 count aida. I am comfortable on aida. I know likey the hardanger. I know likey the even weave. I know likey. No, I am an aida girl. I need to stop trying to think that I can go outside the box and just do aida, because that's the kind of girl I am. But anyways, I chose two colors. So the other thing about this, and it's free, it is completely free. And did I post it on Freebie Stitches 2020? Maybe I did. I'm not sure. I think I did. Yes, I did. Because somebody asked me why I chose 22 hardanger, and in my complete ignorance, I was like, well, I think that it sounds like a good idea. I don't know. Yeah, it's not a good idea, Lisa. It's not a good idea. Anyways, I chose, the other thing about this is for the 52 weeks, she's got 52 colors. That you do, or 53 colors, because I think the border is also a different color. And so it's got all of these DMC colors to each week. And I decided that, well, I'm too lazy to go through my stash to find all those colors, because frankly, my stash is not all in one place like it should be, and I'm working on that. But anywho, and I'm supposed to be, and we'll talk about this later, I'm supposed to be doing Stitch from Stash 2020 Facebook group. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, I chose these two colors to do, I chose these two colors to do the black work in. So this is going to be the outline, the darker one, this one here. And then this one is my insides of the black work. So I thought that that looked pretty, and I'm going to try that and see. And I'm going back to 18 count Aida, so I'll keep you updated on how that is going. But it was a whip, not a whip, became a whip again because I tried it on different fabric, not a whip again. Tell you guys, it's just ugly. Okay, and then the other thing that I am working on is in my Seahawks bag. God, I love this bag. It is the 4 and 20 Blackbirds pattern by Rosewood Manor, designed by Karen Kluba. And good Lord, I love this. So I worked on that, and I got the, I got the whole border done. Let's see, there we go. I got the whole border done. And I love this. The border was so super quick because, you know, it's just a border. It was just counting really for me. I'm doing this on 16 count Aida. Am I? I think I'm doing it on 16 count antique white. I think I am. Yes, I am. 16 count Aida antique white. And then I started doing the black because there is a buttload of black in this thing. Like the words are all black, the birds are black, the tree is brown. And then these guys have different colors, but there's a lot of birds and there's a lot of words. And I was using DMC 310, and it was not, the coverage was not great. And so I kind of put like a feeler out there for what might be a good alternative to the DMC 310, and I got a lot of people who suggested the Anchor Black. And so I went to my LNS yesterday, again, something we'll talk about, and I bought a couple of skeins of that, and I'm going to try that and see if that gives me better coverage. If not, I have an overdyed that I'll use and see if that works. So, okay. So that's what I've done. Now, let's talk. Well, no, let's go through my stash. Okay, this is where the failure part comes in. I am part of Stitch from Stash. I thought in 2020, I have so many patterns, I have so much fabric, I have a ton of thread. I really, truly, 100% do not need nothing, like legitimately nothing. And then I got on and somebody had posted something, and I don't know. Anyways, it went downhill from that post. And so the premise behind Stitch from Stash is that your subscriptions don't count, and you set yourself a budget between $5 and $25 a month, and then each time you finish a piece, you earn credit towards your budget amount. Well, I have used, like, okay, frankly, probably a whole year of budget, and every finish that I will ever do this year is probably not going to still come close to what I spent this month. I don't know how it happened, you guys. This is the failure part. I failed Stitch from Stash 2020, the second day of the new year. I've already failed. And this is what I failed on. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first I bought this pattern. I bought this one, and this is the Modern Folk Embroidery Cell 2020. It's a family patchwork sampler, and it's going to look like this when we're finished. And I was like, oh, I am in love. Yes, please. Yes, please. So I went to my LNS. So this is kind of like part of my stash and plans, okay? So we're just go with it. Just go with me. And so I bought, which I did not need. Here's the thing. I did not flipping need this because I am fairly certain that I have enough fabric, but I was like, I can't be bothered to, again, find my fabric. So I went and I purchased a yard of this 18 count antique white Aida, and that's what I'm gonna do it on. And then for the colors, I wanted something kind of cool. And so I chose, let's see if this will show up. I chose this color. So Denise at my L&S, she was like, well, it's going to be very autumn. And I'm like, those are the colors that I like though. Like I'm farm shabby chic, but I am very attracted to these colors. So this is a Threadworks, is it Threadworks? Yeah, Threadworks Floss. And I just loved the variegation in it. Here, let's see if I can. I just loved the variegation in this. So I thought, why the heck not, right? So that's what I'm gonna try this Modern Folk embroidery 2020 Sal in. So yes, that's, oh, and there's my 310. Just hang on here, put that with that. Okay, so yeah, I bought not 310, Anchor. So far, only January has come out, and that is January. January came out, and that pattern is this here. So this part here and this part here. That's what January is. So I now have the fabric and I have the stuff, so I'm gonna get that done. The other one that I am doing is the 2020 Linens and Threads Mystery Sal. I have been a part of that group for years. I have not actually started one of the sals. I have kitted up every single one of the sals. I just haven't done them. And so it is a Facebook group. Again, I'll link all that information down below. But this is kind of part of my Freebie Stitches 2020, even though this is a thing that he does every year. And so far, what he has released is this part here. This is part 1, and it's a 12-month sal, and he releases 12, every month he releases a portion of the sal. This one is called Friends and Family Quakers Sal. So this seems to be the year of the Quakers for me a little bit, kind of a little bit. And so that is what that is. And then the other thing, I know I mentioned this in my last video, but I am going to the Haid Convention 2020 in Seaside in October this year. And I have quite a few Haids. I haven't started any. And there's actually a couple that I also want. And seeing as I've already blown my budget, I'm just going to keep going because frankly, I don't think that there's any redemption at this point. Like, I wonder if they give a prize for somebody who failed so miserably, like day 2 in. Anyway, I have a couple of patterns that I have purchased and or have been freebies that I've downloaded like a long time ago. And one of them is this one here. And she is Water Lily Mermaid by Ching Chow Kuik, I think, is who the artist is. She's a possibility. And then I also have, this was a freebie by Amy Stewart, and it's a foxglove ball. And I also really like that one. So, I printed these off the other day, and I'm tossed up, but I also have, probably six other Haid patterns that I have. So I'm probably going to change that too. All right, let's go into my stash. The things that made me blow this dang budget. Okay, this is a kit. Oh, I can't show it because it's got the pattern on it. This is a Spot Colors kit. It's a pattern of the month. No, it's a kit of the month, a stitchy kit of the month. And so it always comes with a hoop, and then it comes with the floss that you need, a pattern, and the fabric, the piece of fabric that you need for it. I am actually going to cancel this one. So while it's not part of my Stitch from Stash amounts, I'm just going to cancel this one just because I am. And so that's what that one was. Sorry, you couldn't even see the pattern. I don't even know why I mentioned this one. And then I went on to Stitch from Stash, or Stash Unloading. I'm sorry, Stash Unloading. This is where it all went wrong, honestly. I found, I think last video I had showed you some pieces of fabric that I got from Stitch Unload. And this lady was putting them out there again. And it's just random pieces of Aida in, I think that this is all 16 count, I think. So there's a yellow, and then there was a couple of, see, this is what I could do one of my sals on. Oh yeah. This is a mocha color. And I'm not sure if she dyes these. Oh, this is nice and soft. I'm not sure if she dyes these herself and she just, sells them because they're like samples of what she was going for. Because in a lot of them, there's still like the spots of color. Like, see, like it hasn't been, I attempted to dye some of my own fabric like a year ago. I actually have a bolt. This is the funniest story ever. I have a bolt of Aida. I have a bolt of 16 Aida. It is over at Mr. G's house, but can I be bothered to like cut some of that bolt off and, bring it back here so I can stitch? No. I go to my L&S and buy more because why the heck not? And so I had attempted to dye some of my own Aida last year. And I did notice if you don't, I had weird spots like this in mine as well. So this is a really pretty one. I might look at this for a future black work. And then that's not a true color at all. This is very olivey, like very olive. It's beautiful, honestly. So there was a bunch of this like random, and they're fairly good sized pieces. Look at that. That's a pretty good sized piece. So I bought all of that for, I don't remember, it was not a lot of money, but so I got that. And then Be Stitch Me, Brandy, was holding a contest on, I don't remember if it was Facebook or Instagram, I don't remember, but I won a piece of her fabric and I was thrilled. Like, her fabric's beautiful and I do belong to her fabric of the month. So the one she sent me was this beautiful pink. How pretty is that? And it was free. She didn't even make me pay for shipping. I would have paid for shipping. It's lovely. And it's just called Pink, 18 by 21. She serged the edges. It's beautiful, like free. Thanks, Brandy. I loved it. And then along with Brandy, I also am in her Floss of the Month, not Floss, Fabric of the Month. So let's have a real quick look at that. This is the Fabric of the Month for January. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I thought that I was in her neutrals club. I wonder if this is the neutral. I will have to double check on that though. But this is gorgeous. I love it. And I don't, oh, she called it Strawberry Shortcake. It's really pretty. This is an 18 by 25 piece. So that's pretty awesome and does not count for Stitch for Stash. Okay, then, oh, I'll save that for the end because that's a piece de resistance. And then I'm also part of, who is it? Color and Cotton. I am part of the fabric. I'm part of the Fabric of the Month, but I'm also part of the Thread of the Month Club. And so these, what happened to my little, I lost my, here it is. Sorry guys. I got these 3 beautiful colors from the Fabric of the Month Club. Those are gorgeous. So that was pretty thrilling. What are they called? Macadamia, Redwood, and Glory Blue. I see this in one of my Stars and Stripes pieces that will be coming up in a few months. So that was part of my kit stuff, and again, does not count, or my subscription, and does not count towards my Stitch from Stash amounts. Okay, this is one place I went wrong. I was on Stitch from Stash, for goodness sakes. I was on Stash Unload. And there was a lady, I actually bought from her a few times, that had a couple of patterns up, and they were not a horrible price. And so I was like, ooh, thank you so much. I will take those. So this is one of the charts that I chose. This is Rosewood Manor, and it's a tree by itself. I just thought that that was so cute. And are there specialty stitches in here? I hope not. It doesn't look like it. No. It's got a lot of pages though. Eee! And a lot. Oh yeah, no, there's Algerian eyelets. Golly. People, I don't think that that was one of the, yep, Algerian eyelet. I'm going to attempt it. You can do that on Aida, right? God, I hope so. Anyway, okay, I got this pattern from La Di Da. And this one is called, what is it called? Live, Love, Laugh. Jesus. This is super pretty, and I might. This is done in 3 colors of Gloriana silks, and I might do that because it's only 3 colors, so that's not horrible at all. Yeah. And then this is from the Drawn Thread. And it came with a little charm, and it's called 12 Houses Sampler. Samplers also apparently are going to be my life, along with Quakers, which is frankly a sampler. So, and then this time she sent me some super cute, a little freebie. I love freebies. I do. And so thank you so much. I think her name, I don't remember what her name is. Oh, that's awful. But I have purchased from her a few times. So, and always fast shipping. I don't think horrible prices. So that's awesome. And then I am part of Cotton and Twine. I did this before the end of the year. Cotton and Twine's subscription box, and it came the other day, and I gotta tell you guys, okay, so this is the box that it came in. Super pretty. Let me not flash you my address super quick. It came, you know, like this, super pretty little box, and then you open the inside, and it is all, how beautiful is that, right? So let me show you real quick. I've already seen this because couldn't help myself, but I pulled it out from the side of the tissue paper so you guys couldn't see that. So this comes with absolutely everything you need to stitch the items. Oh my goodness, there's so many things in here, you guys. And I did not think that the subscription price for this box was horrible in any way, shape, or form. It's coming from the UK, and but really cute. So it came with these beautiful little cookies. And yeah, no, I haven't eaten these yet. They're shortbread cookies. I'm going to eat these today. That's going to happen. But they're lovingly hand-baked in the UK. And they're snowflakes. How cute is that? And then you received another little yum yum, which is this little roast organic coffee things, so you can have your cookies and your coffee. That was lovely. Now, and this one came with a little twill bag, and it says money for drinky poos and dancing shoes. And I'm like, okay, I love penguins, I love drink, and I may not dance, but I own a lot of shoes. They may not be dancing shoes. I mean, I do dance, but not well. Stop right there. Okay, and then it comes with a pattern. And this is the pattern of the month. This is December's box. I got in just before, you know, they subscription closed for December. And so that's the pattern, super cute. And then it comes, you stretch it on this canvas, which is lovely. And I love that they also gave you the double-sided tape in order to put your canvas, your Aida cloth on. I love this tape too, because this, by far, this red tape, it is super sticky. I used to do stamping and cross-stitching, of course a cross-stitch, stamping and scrapbook making, and that's what we used. And I'll tell you what, that stuff doesn't come off. It's awesome. Once it's stuck down, it's stuck down. So I use that a lot. And then it came with a piece of the fabric, the background fabric, to put on your canvas. And this is, I'm betting $1 billion, what you use the sticky tape for. And then in this pretty little bag, you got the Aida cloth that you need. The Aida. And also the threads that are needed, and on this thread card, and then inside here is a needle as well. So again, for shipping from the UK, and like this really awesome box of stuff, like it's awesome. I don't think that it was a whole lot of money, and the gifties in here are super cute, and the pattern's adorable. So I'm pretty thrilled, and we'll be continuing this subscription because it was awesome. Okay, then of course I went to my L&S. I picked up just some extra, because I can't help myself, some extra fabric. This is white opal in 14 count. I have a ton of Christmas patterns that I would love to do, and I think that I'm just going to do one on kind of a sparkly fabric. And then I picked up, it's just a remnant of dirty 14 count Aida, and it's a weird size, but I'll use it for ornaments. And then, like I told you, I bought that floss, that Threadworks floss, and then I picked up a bunch of fancy flosses for a couple of different patterns that I've got. So I've got Classic Colorworks, sampler threads, and then a couple of Weeks Dye Works threads. So nothing exciting, but it came to a whole lot, and we're not even going to discuss how much. No, we're not. And then the piece de resistance. I follow the two of them on Instagram. Well, I'm also follow them on Flosstube. But Lisa, the Kindred Stitcher, I think it's Kindred Stitcher, here in Washington. She has a Flosstube and an Instagram. And she posted one day that she had some bags up for sale, and I was like, because I've heard a lot about the bags from all the other Flosstubers who are in that area, and they're like, a Lisa bag is an awesome bag. And so when she posted it, I was like, I'm not even going to look at the damn bag. I am buying that bag. And again, that totally counted against my Stitch for Stash. Seriously, I went so overboard, you guys, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. This is the bag that came. Is this not the most beautylicious bag you've seen? It's fabric, it's beautiful, and what I love is, do you guys see this little zipper pull? So she's just got buttons on the zipper pull, but this is, so my family is part Scottish, and I used to do Highland dancing back in the day, and my kilts had a pin. Let me see if I can put something behind that. A pin very, very similar to this. Now, I don't know what they call them now, but we used to have, it was, and they're a lot longer, you know, bigger and gold and silver and whatever, but we use them as kilt pins. And so when I saw that on there, I was like, oh yeah, it was meant to be. And then it's coming, but Stitch All the Things, Christine, she also posted some bags, and I got a Tula pink bag, which is coming, and I'm really excited about that. And so, yeah. So other than that, you'll see that in the next video because it hasn't come yet. And I think I also have a bag that's coming from my sweet friend Denise, even though we are semi-rivals this weekend because she's in Green Bay. Oh, I thought it was snowing, you guys. Just hang on. Whew. It's awful white out there. It's not snowing though. Yes, Denise from Goose. She's a Green Bay Packers fan, and we are playing each other this weekend, and so we have had a cute little conversation back and forth, and yeah, so I think I have a bag coming from her as well. So kind of excited about that because I love her bags. Denise's bags are by far awesome. And small plug, she is doing a bag of the month club starting now, January. And go to either her Instagram or to her Facebook group, which is Goose Design and Java Girl Stitches, and I think that she has information on there for that. I am totally part of that group, and because I love me all kinds of Denise bags, Goose Design bags. They're beautiful. The other thing that I'm going to be doing here really soon is the Academic Stitcher is putting together a salve for cinnamon stars. This pattern here. And so that is starting January 13th. For those of you who would like to be a part of that, I know she's got quite a few people who are doing that with her. And I think she may even have a hashtag for that. And if I can find it, I will put that below as well. Or you can go to her video, and she specifically does talk about this salve. Other than that, I have a bunch of other things coming in the mail. They're just not here yet, but I, again, failed miserably from Stitch from Stash 2020. It's not happening. And no, I'm so in the hole, you guys. I'm so in the hole. Like, not even a couple $100 in the hole. I'm a lot more than that. We're not going to discuss it because we don't discuss the size of a lady's stash. Yeah, so I think that I will be posting a couple more freebie patterns. I have a really cute one from the Little Stitcher, I think, that I'm going to post in the next couple of days. I just got my floss for that. And my fabric, I found that in my stash. I did find that from my stash. So I am going to be doing that one. So I'll be posting that. And then I'm going to continue on with some of my whips. And I've got a couple more starts happening here soon. And I got a bunch of stuff going on that I really, anyway. So thank you for joining me. I think that that's all I had. I didn't take notes. I need to take notes. Next time I'll have notes. I'm sorry it's so scattered today, you guys. But if you're watching football, root for your favorite team and or the team that you hope to win, you know, the playoffs. And I will be rooting on for my Hawks and for Vikings. And I don't remember the other two teams on the other divisions that I want to win. But I'm going to go and watch some football now and start rooting on some teams and do a little stitching. So I hope you all have a great week, great day, great everything. And I will see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.